We're going to have to patch this concrete up right here. Instead of ripping it all out, we're going to put a patch on it. So we're going to mix some cement up and do that. And we just got to take these edges off.
Oh, I knew there was a better way.
Okay, anytime I'm patching concrete, I wet it first. Because you gotta wet it, or it won't stick. Then what I did was I mixed up Portland with water, made a paint out of it, and I painted over the spot I'm gonna repair. That's like a bonding agent. Of course, I make it up myself. A lot of guys do it a lot of different ways, but I grew up doing it this way. Never seemed to have a problem. While it is still wet, I get my cement and I start capping. Right on top of the wet mortar and force it in. Alright, we're still putting our patch in. Same thing, gotta wet it first. Then we paint it with the cement like I showed you. Make sure it's like a bonding agent. It's like a dentist. Get all the bad spots off and then just put this stuff on. Get your cement. Pump it on. Spread it around. This cement is Portland. It's 2.5 sand, 2.5 buckets of sand, and 1 big bucket of Portland. And anytime you use a flat work, something on the ground, you always use Portland. At least I do. Bricks and stuff like that, you have to use mortar. And get your board, because you want to go straight, just like you're doing concrete. You have a way going that way and a way going this way. I know where my heights are. Then you take your board away a little bit. Just get your float and float it. And you can see the low spots once in a while. And just keep going. And that's how I patch concrete. And then you got to go over it just like concrete. It's a time thing. You keep going over it, making sure your holes are filled in. And that's it. Now it's been drying up. What I'm using is a sponge float. It's like a sponge float. And just lightly going over the top. Just like if I'm doing plaster on a wall. Get that finish. When I get to the edges, I feather it in. Add a little water to it. See that? That's how I patch up concrete. I might have to come back tomorrow and there might be check cracks in it because concrete shrinks. And then when I do the edges, add a little water to the sponge, see? And that just sponge floats it right in. Add a little water to the sponge on the edges. That floats it right in. Sometimes you got a little hole like this. You wet it first with the sprayer. get the paintbrush and we paint it with that. And we get a little cement. This is a 2-to-1. And force it in. Just like that. And then we just get the paintbrush and go over the top again. That hides the hole. Concrete never expands when it's drying, it always shrinks. So what I always do to fix them, and usually the day after, is I wet it first, like that. Let the water get down in there. Then I get a little bit of Portland, which I mixed up in the paint. Let that Portland get down in them cracks, like that. And then I just get some regular Portland cement that I mix 2-to-1. And I fill them cracks in, like that. And then when I do that, I just get the paintbrush again and go over it. And that kind of fixes everything. And then I just paint the thing. Now they got all these new products out, and you could use them, but they're expensive to fix cracks. Then next day, just paint the whole thing. Okay, when I got patches, sometimes I just whitewash everything. After they patches, just like the old days when they're whitewashed everything, just regular Portland, and I put it in. Makes everything look the same.